Hey, so this is my baked mac and cheese recipe. I don't feel like I do anything special with my baked mac and cheese, but everybody always wants me to bring it, especially around this holiday season. So I thought I'd share it with you. I boiled some elbow noodles. They say to, boil your noodles for like 8 minutes. I did. These were about 11 minutes just because I eyeball them like everything else, and they got to the softness, the texture that I'd like around that time. Then I grated up some cheese. To the right, I have some leftover grated cheese that I had the other night since I did like a little practice baked mac and cheese for dinner, because I haven't made my baked mac and cheese in so many months. I think since I had my baby I have not thrown down, and again, this is everybody's favorite, so I just needed to make sure it was good. But I used some extra sharp white cheddar, regular extra sharp cheddar cheese, mild Monterey jack cheese, and mozzarella. You can use whatever you prefer. A lot of people like that Gouda, but a little hint, the mozzarella is really where you get that cheese pool from. So if you were really interested in that, definitely add some mozzarella. That grater is a lifesaver. I got it from Amazon. I see it here on the TikTok shop as well, so try it, whatever. But I go ahead and blend all the cheeses together, as well as that leftover cheese, mix it around so it's all just blend it together. I heated my oven for 300 degrees, and then we're gonna keep the aisle on low. Okay, so I go on with butter and then oat milk. It does not matter. People use, regular milk, condensed milk, whatever. You're not gonna taste it. So yeah, I use oat milk. This is a lot of dairy anyway, so yeah, whatever. So don't knock it till you try it. Like, we use oat milk. I'm not gonna go buy regular milk or whatever for this recipe. No, we can use oat milk. There's lots of dairy in it. You're just gonna taste the cheese. So, and all the seasonings. That's what I'm getting to now. So you see the seasonings I put there. The key to, I think, my baked mac and cheese being so good is the fact that I do season throughout. I season my roux, I season the noodles once they're done, and then I season the top of the cheese once it's ready to go in the oven. So you'll see all of that. So then once that's, to a nice little simmer, you go ahead and slowly add in cheese. Slowly. So you're going to add in just like a layer. Don't have it packed up on top of each other. You whisk it around. Once that's in there, melted, you go ahead and add some more. I did have a few clumps of cheese in my roux, and I didn't know why, because usually the reason it gets kind of clumpy in the roux is because you your roux is too hot. It's too hot, and so once that cheese hits it, it just clumps up. So my roux was simmering the whole time, so I didn't know, but then I figured what it could be was that my cheese that was left over from the other night was too cold. So yeah, so make sure your cheese isn't too cold. I guess bring it to room temperature, because that's the only thing that, I can come to why it clumps. So anyway, once that's done, I mix it in, I poured it in the pan. I poured the noodles in the pan, then I put the roux on top, mix it together. Now I'm hitting it with those same seasonings. Yes, the same seasonings throughout. So I'm gonna hit the seasonings and then mix around. So a little history on my baked mac and cheese. It's just a trial and error thing. I had called around, I think, my first Thanksgiving as a mother. I guess in my own place when I was a single mom, when I got my own place and I made my own first Thanksgiving. I was calling around and asking for recipes because I wanted to do the whole nine, and people were acting like super funny with giving recipes and stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna just figure it out on my own. There's a thing called the internet, which has raised me really anyway. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take things from different people that I find interesting, or it seemed like it'll be delicious or quicker or whatever I'm looking for, and put it together. And this is how I came to this recipe here. So yeah, it hasn't failed me yet. People talk about my mac and cheese all the time. I see some really aesthetically pleasing mac and cheese here on TikTok, but I mean, how does it really taste? You know what I mean? Probably fire. I'm not even gonna hate, but I don't think mine is as aesthetically pleasing or like whatever, but the people love it. So after all the cheese is there, and mix around, I pat it down, and then go ahead again, like I said, you season the top of that, and then we're gonna hit it with some aluminum foil, and we're gonna put it in the oven that was already preheated at 300 degrees. So this, again, with the time, I don't really time it, so this is like after, I'm gonna say 15 minutes with the foil on. I'm gonna take it off. It's looking pretty good. I'm just making sure that cheese is melting. You don't want to melt it too fast. So melted it. This is like after an additional like 10 minutes we get those crispy edges. Usually I broil it at this point, but church was about to start. This is for our church Thanksgiving service, so I was like, you know what, it looks good. This is a close-up on it, and yeah, there's my baked mac and cheese. Nothing special, but ooh, does it taste like it?